Obviously, this was a great win for you guys. How do you feel about where you're at right now?
Yeah, I think honestly the standings are just kind of bittersweet because we've had such a great run, but I've been sitting in 6th forever, so it just feels good to move a little bit. So, yeah, I think our whole mentality is really just the next 90 minutes. So we'll celebrate this, and then we got a away stretch here soon, but don't want to get too ahead of ourselves and just keep focusing on the next 90. But it is nice to finally see us move up the table. So I can't say that that's we're not. Obviously, we're all checking it. We've had a great run. We've had a great push. We still got 3 more games to finish it out. We control our destiny, so we just keep taking care of who's in front of us, keep knocking them down, and we're in that playoff hunt.
What stood out to you the most about what you saw today?
Yeah, I think we made some adjustments, especially in the second half. I felt like we were giving them a little bit too much respect building out of the back, and we had to set up some different pressing structures during the week, but it's a little bit different when you're going against your teammates and what you see versus going out there live. And so once we started to figure it out in the second part of the first half, and then really gave them the green light to go and get pressure and build pressure, and then you could see it just made them create a lot of mistakes in their attacking third. We were able to win the ball higher up the field and then just get more into a rhythm. So just for me, I thought we got too much respect building out, took that away. We were able to find the middle. I thought Winnie and Soph going in there really settled us down. We were kind of having to build and go around them a lot. They played a really good organized mid block, so it's hard to break that. But Winnie and Soph going in there really helped us unlock the middle a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed there were a lot, especially in the first half, they had a lot of missed long balls that would go over the midfield and kind of just, miss the players a little bit, but you still kept up that same kind of mentality in the second half, and they were able to connect a little bit better. What can you tell me about maybe the second half?
Yeah, I think we recognized that they were in just that really organized mid block, so we like aggressive possession on our center backs driving and stepping into the midfield, but we kind of played and pressured ourselves when we did that. So asked our center backs to do that a little bit deeper on the field to create some more space for our midfielders. And I just didn't feel like the chemistry between our midfielder front 3 was really on. It was like Allie would check and we tried to hit her into space, or Amina would go and we wouldn't find her. So it was just a little bit of chemistry issues. So maybe it's the blue jerseys and they're used to seeing each other in black. I don't know. But yeah, I think they kind of just figured it out. We needed to be cleaner in the attacking third, hitting some of those passes, get some chemistry, but a little bit more on the third man runs, already showing up instead of reacting to it. But I think that they responded well after halftime, getting back on the same page.
There were a couple times when Taylor was receiving the ball as the pivot and things were working, and I think even the penalty started with Taylor receiving the ball in midfield. But then, to your point about the use of center halves, I remember thinking at one point Sarah stepping forward and joining the attack was really effective. But in the second half, I saw Sydney and Taylor switch for a while, and I got very confused.
Sid was like outside forward.
4-4-2? What happened here?
Yeah. No, I feel like all season we've told the players that they have autonomy to make decisions and freedom, and within that they have responsibility to fill those roles, step into space, cover for each other. So the more that they're playing with each other, you can see that when Allie might be on outside forward and Ken's is in center forward, and they just kind of rotate. And so I feel like the longer they've played together, the longer they're in our system, they understand the roles within, even if they interchange. But you can see that Taylor will step into the back line, kind of have some rotations. But at this point, you've played everybody 4 times. That's, the players' understanding. I feel like we've got a good group who can see different spaces, figure out how to break. We don't get timeouts, we only get halftime. So I love, as a coach, having players out there that can solve problems or say, hey, if I float here, someone steps in, we can unlock some of that stuff. So yeah, I think that's coming along. The longer that you're with the group, the more that they trust each other and play with each other, that stuff starts to build on itself.
Joe, if memory serves, Zephyr started the spring schedule in 7th?
Yeah, we were last. No, 8th.
Zephyr are now in 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it in.
Yeah, it's sometimes hard to.
I had the same
it's
reaction
a long
just
season.
now when I looked at the table, because I knew that there was a knot of teams.
Yeah.
That the USL has this weird thing where when teams are tied on points, they throw them into a head-to-head mini pool effectively.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So knowing that Zephyr play, I'm trying not to say we. Zephyr
no,
play,
that's good. We're all we. This whole city's a we.
Right,
it's
exactly.
us. Yeah.
That we play both Brooklyn and Fort Lauderdale in the next two of the next 3 games to finish out the season.
Yep.
Tell me about the narrative and what that means to you.
Yeah, again, it goes back to just controlling our destiny. And like I said, every time we step out, it's about us and our 90 minutes and what's ahead of us. And the way we prep, the way we train, the way we hold each other accountable, the way people are stepping up into roles, even change roles within the organization. We have different players starting, different players in different spots. I just love it as a coach, but they've really leaned into it. They've had a playoff mentality. We put ourselves not in a great position coming back. But just the mentality, the resolve, the way we've been able to, like find our identity and then just put our stamp on the identity in the spring has been awesome.
Well, congratulations. Sorry.
How important was this win today? And especially, I know we talked about team chemistry on Tuesday. Continue to bring that word up in the chemistry and being able to now know everybody's roles and everything. How important will that be now coming into this month after this win and a couple away games and come back?
Yeah, I'm not going to say it wasn't hard as we rotated some players, but I feel like we've had good conversations and players are kind of establishing that role because you're only as good as your locker room. You can have all the great players, you can sign all the people, but if you're not tight as a group doing things together in the locker room, it all falls apart. And so I think that's been really key, is that no matter what, even though they're hard decisions, everyone wants to play. That's why you do this. But the way that they've supported each other, celebrated each other. Some of my favorite video isn't just us scoring, it's seeing the sidelines and the reserves and the people celebrating and how happy everyone is just that we're doing something to building the club. And it's we over me is what we said from the beginning, and it just really shows. So it really is, the dynamics in the locker room really can carry a team or destroy it easily, and I just love that I get to be a part of such a great one.
Any questions?
That's perfect.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
How important was this win today?
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
I think our last home game before we're on the road for 2 games, it was massive to get a win going into that. And there's nothing better than being in the Spokane crowd, honestly. So yeah, it was huge. I'm really proud of us.
Where to begin? I'm going to try not to treat this like a podcast.
Do it.
I think I'm glad we finally get to chat because the contributions you've made, both defensively and then I think in the last month or so, your form has not just included your contributions defending, but also those overlapping runs.
Thank you.
Like marauding forward into space. You have an assist now. You could have had many more. Tell me what it's been like knowing where this team was in the beginning of the spring schedule and where you find yourselves now. In 3rd place, by the way.
Yay, go us.
3rd place.
No, I love this topic, honestly. It's been such a privilege to be able to grow with this team. I think the chemistry that we've developed with each other is very evident, as you were kind of explaining. It's honestly just fun. I think that's the easiest way to put it, and that's why things are kind of clicking for all of us, is because like I step out on that field and I'm just having so much fun with my friends, honestly. I think Kenzie Weiner she's another one who's really stepped into form this spring, and playing on the right side with her has been fun. Like, we really just go off each other so well. She's an incredible player. Her movement is fantastic, and I feel like I read that very well. She reads my movement very well. But playing on a team where everybody is just playing with each other and off each other is special and rare. And I think that's what we have, and that's what we've shown this spring, and that is why we're having success, is because we all are willing to work for one another.
So Allie Cook, I can't describe the gravitational pull she has as a player.
Agreed.
It's almost like she's a magnet for center halves.
Agreed.
Tell me about the impact she's made, not just goal contributions, which speak for themselves, including tonight. I missed it, sadly.
Yeah.
But just what she's done in terms of the impact of the shape of the team overall.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say one thing about our team that I really love and value is the culture that we've created off the field. And I think Allie Cook is somebody who came in and added tremendously to that culture. So while she is a powerhouse on the field, as we all see, she's also somebody like we're hanging out with off the field too, and she's really contributed in that way. But yeah, no, on the field, knowing that I can get my head up and look in the box and see her in the box looking for the ball and wanting it and posting up, like I want to play that ball to her, I want to find her. Even driving down the field, like she holds that space so well. I think that she has been a really key player for us this spring. She kind of just helped things click for us even more, you know. Emma Jaskinek was playing the 9 previously, who was not a true 9, so to be able to free up Emma and put her in a role she felt more comfortable in as well, I think, like, again, things really just clicked for us when Allie came in.
That, like, Emma's now been converted 9 playing like that destroyer role, and the two of them are just
unbelievable.
Insane handful for defenders.
And I would not want to defend them. Yeah, I know. Training, honestly, with this team is it's hard going up against our team, and it's a little bit of a relief, honestly, when we do our little scrimmages, because I'm like, I'm never going to see this competition in an actual game. Like, they're a threat.
What can you tell me about your role on the defensive end, especially in this game today, trying to get a win today? and then also coming up in the next couple of games, and what your game plan is coming up, or you do know yet?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this game, we knew Lexington was going to be a tough game. We know that they really like to get their crosses off, and so as a back line, we were really trying to make sure that we anchored down and got everything out. So backline defending and box defending was a huge focus for us, and we prepped that a lot in the week leading up. I think we did our job today. I mean, so much credit to Sid, Sarah, and Haley as well on the back line, just absolute lockdown defenders. And I'd say going forward, that's always going to be a goal for us. Having a shutout, that's huge. And then, getting on the road, it's always difficult, but I think we need to keep finding the back of the net. That's going to be really important for us. Just connecting will be very important for us, and like I said, having fun, because I do think this team plays our best soccer when we're enjoying ourselves and when we're smiling.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Okay, another great win for you guys. Obviously, it seems like you guys are really finding your stride at the right time this season. Just how do you feel about where you guys are at?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of pretty much best case scenario coming into the spring, knowing where we were at to where we're now at, knowing last 3 games, playoff push. It's what we said, and obviously it hasn't been easy getting here, but we've just been taking it one game at a time, and it just focus on the next 90 minutes ahead of us. So.
Well, so Alyssa was just talking about how you had a major impact on the chemistry of the team on and off the field. How do you feel like you fit on the team, and especially on the field and off the field? I guess,
yeah,
but.
I think credit to the team of the environment that they created coming in. You never know what the locker room's going to be like, especially a team that's bottom of the table. Came in and it felt like the team was so welcoming and excited for me to be there, and genuinely like helping me out. And you never know, like you're competing against everybody day to day. But super welcoming and excited for me. So it made it super easy for me to just jump right in and then just kind of learn the players and adapt to how the team plays and whatnot. So, yeah.
Allie, I'm so sad. I missed the goal. So I'm going to ask you to be play-by-play and tell me what happened.
Yeah. Honestly, sometimes I forget it, but I know Katie's on the end line out wide. I see her, we kind of make eye contact. I'm floating back post at this point. Somebody else on our team had kind of made the run near post to draw the attention. Katie just floated that ball perfectly back post, and I kind of volleyed it in.
I'm going to key in on the word drawing attention. We just chatted about it with Alyssa, and I described it like you have this kind of gravitational pull. I swear to God, it's like every defender ends up collecting around you, and it frees up a lot of space. I think it's changed dramatically the shape of the team and allowed for a lot of runs in behind for wingers and so forth. So once again, tell me about that role that you have played in the team.
Yeah, I think it fits to my game. I love getting the ball back to goal, and it does draw. You have a center back has to be on your back, and then that really allows our outside forwards super fast, and just being able to get it to like my chest, feet, whatever, laying it off to the center mids that are coming underneath to then find our wingers on the like outsides. That's just, I think what has changed a little bit for our team is we've gotten like variety in our attack, being able to do that.
Talk about the balance with how you do this with Emma, who was a 9, is now an 8, and is still doing a lot of that hard yard stuff.
Yeah.
And the two of you, as like I keep calling you the 2 battering rams. So talk about that chemistry and what that's been like.
She's a trooper, because she in the fall had to do a lot of it solo, and so then I came in. It was kind of a switch up of how we were pressing, and so now it's a little bit shared responsibility, and she's got a motor that she just keeps running, so it's like, all right, I gotta go too. So it's just, us like kind of each game gives us different scenarios of how we're gonna press that team, but it seems a lot of the times it's us like sharing one side and the other and working off of each other. But she puts up like great efforts every game, so it's like if she's gonna do that on that half, I gotta match it. So
you join this team, it's like, hey, no pressure, bottom of the table.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've looked at the table.
Yeah.
Zephyr FC are in 3rd.
Really? All right. That's awesome.
We're 3 for 3 with that
No
reaction
way.
tonight.
Wow.
I had the same reaction.
Okay. I was like, really?
Yeah. I had to look on 2 different websites. To be like, it is 3rd.
Wow.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't have thought that starting in January. So, I mean, there was
a big gap of like points because you saw it for so many weeks. We're winning, and we're still sitting 6th place, still
Broke the
big.
dam.
Yeah. So now it's like, okay, 3 more games, and like we just got to keep putting up the performances and not taking your foot off the gas and just go for it.
How important now? I know that you're sitting in 3rd place. How important will it just be? I mean, obviously it's going to be really important to win every game to kind of hold yourself there.
Totally.
But what can you tell me about that and the importance of that?
I think we don't want to leave it up to anybody else. We want to control our future. It's never fun. It's never good to like be like, ooh, we kind of let that one go, and we hope these results go our way. So if it's for us, we need to win the next 3 games, plain and simple. And it just starts with each game. You don't look too ahead or look at other teams. It's just, okay, who's next? How are we going to win?
Right.
Yep.
Congrats, Allie.
Thank you.
Congrats, thank you.